You have your ID on you?
Sir, my ID's in my bag.
In the bag?
Yes, sir, listen, I'm a minor, sir. I have security guards. They left that in my bag, sir. I did not pack my bag.
Airport. Gun in the bag.
Yeah.
I go to private school. It's not mine, it's his gun. You don't know my dad?
Got 10 pairs. Do the math. What's that? 100 racks. Big Meech's name rings out like a kingpin anthem, a real street legend and a cornerstone in hip-hop lore, all built off the Black Mafia family empire. But when his son, Lil Meech, steps in, that shine starts looking a little foggy. Lately, Lil Meech been knee-deep in mess, so much that folks don't even say BMF without side-eyeing the drama. The whole legacy got folks laughing instead of respecting. Let's keep it real, having Big Meech as your pops. That pressure heavy. Lil Meech clearly feel like he gotta wear the crown, act the part, and match that OG energy. But it ain't looking too smooth out here. TSA agents found a Glock 19 in a bag reportedly linked to him. From there, it just went downhill fast. Instead of staying solid, Lil Meech started talking like a lot. First, he tried saying he was a minor. He was 22. Then he claimed he didn't even pack the bag, that someone else put the gun there. That kind of talk is exactly what gets you labeled a snitch in street circles, even if it doesn't lead to someone getting locked up. But let's be real, dude ain't cut from the same cloth. When people see Lil Meech, they don't see a boss. They see a poser. Big Meech built his empire straight out the mud, hustled from the ground up. Lil Meech, he was raised in the soft life, private schools, clean streets, no struggle in sight. So now when he tries to flex that gangster persona, it just don't sit right. And the way he's been moving lately just made things worse. One of the biggest L's to his street image came when those snitching rumors started flying. And in that world, that's the one rule you never break. Back in 2022, he got caught in some serious heat at the airport, and that situation had everybody questioning his whole image. To keep that tough guy act alive, Lil Meech started rolling with real street dudes, certified ones, just to make the image look solid. But once that airport body cam footage dropped, a bunch of them dipped quick. They wanted no part of that messy spotlight. Still, a few stayed loyal, including a dude named 3 Luck. He held it down, probably thinking it'd all blow over or Meech would finally step up and prove himself. But man, that loyalty, it cost him big time. By mid-2025, the whole situation explodes. And guess who starts airing Meech out online? Yup, 3 Luck himself. And what he exposed was straight up wild according to him. Lil Meech basically threw dude under the bus for something major. It all traces back to October 24th, 2024. That day, 3 Luck was just chillin', tagging along while Meech ran a few errands. But what he didn't know, Lil Meech was already hot, being watched by the cops as a suspect in an active case. So when the cops ran the tags and saw who they had eyes on, they hit the lights and pulled the car over. But Meech, he didn't stop right away. He stalled, like he was thinking about dipping. And the crazy part, 3 Luck was slumped in the passenger seat, knocked out cold. No clue the whole situation was spiraling fast. They pull into a parking lot, and this is where it gets grimy. Allegedly, while 3 Luck still knocked out cold, Lil Meech starts sliding illegal stuff off himself and hiding it right near 3's seat. So when Meech finally stops the car and the cops roll up, sirens blazing, 3 Luck snaps awake, surrounded by flashing lights and heat stashed next to him. He turns his head, locks eyes with Meech, and boom, it hits him. He just got set up by the very dude he thought had his back. Cops pull them out, separate them quick, and start tearing through the car. First thing they uncover, firearms. That's just the beginning. And 3's name already getting dragged into it. This all went down in Florida. And if you know how they roll, gun laws out there are way more chill than in places like Cali or New York. So just having straps in the car, not that deep. The cops weren't even tripping like that. It was looking like both Lil Meech and 3 Luck were about to walk free. But then out of nowhere, Meech pulls the dumbest move ever. Nobody asked, nobody pressed, and this man just blurts out there's more in the car. Like what? He literally tells the cops there's other illegal stuff inside, just snitched on himself, unprovoked. And here's the wild part. The cops never even mentioned anything else. They were only locked in on the guns until Lil Meech opened his mouth and flipped the whole script. Soon as he spoke up, that gave him a reason to dig deeper. And just like that, what was a soft warning turned into a straight-up felony case. Now, with both the guns and the other stuff in the mix, things got real ugly. And guess who took the hit? 3 Luck got cuffed and slapped with the charges. He ends up doing 40 months in prison. And the craziest part, he didn't even know Meech had run his mouth to the cops. From his angle, it probably looked like Meech just panicked and stashed stuff last minute. He was mad, but he ain't even know he got set up. Maybe 3 Luck told himself, I'll take this hit. Meech gon' look out while I'm inside. So he eats the charge, spends his entire life savings trying to beat the case. But through it all, not a single dime came from Lil Meech or anyone on his team. But eventually, the truth comes out. 3 Luck finally gets his hands on the body cam footage, or at least part of it. And in that clip, Lil Meech straight up admits to cops that there's more illegal stuff in the car. Boom! That's the moment it all makes sense. Every red flag, every fake excuse, it clicks. And that betrayal, it hurts different now. That's when 3 Luck says enough is enough. He hops on Instagram and exposes everything, drops receipts, even posts a voice recording where Lil Meech is heard on the phone straight up apologizing. During that phone call, Lil Meech even told 3 Luck, once the BMF show kicks back up, I got you. I'll send some bread. Tried to play it cool, like he was gonna make it right. But at that same time, rumors started flying that 50 Cent wasn't bringing the show back, that it might have been canceled for good. So now 3 Luck's stressed, sitting on that 40-month sentence, waiting, and nothing. He hits up Meech again. More promises, still no help. Then boom, that body cam footage drops, and it's crystal clear who set him up. That right there was the final straw. 3 Luck let it all fly. No filter, no holding back. And as messy as it made Lil Meech look, fans weren't even shocked. Why? Cause that disloyal label been sticking to his name for a minute now. And not just him. Folks been saying the same about Big Meech too. That snake energy runs in the bloodline apparently. And guess who they fell out with next? 50 Cent. If anybody could have saved Lil Meech's image, gave him real weight in Hollywood and the streets, it was 50. Let's not forget, 50 didn't just give Meech Jr. a role in the BMF series. He made him, put him on, co-signed him, played mentor, played big bro, and now that bridge looks burned. For a while, 50 Cent was the full package. Big bro, industry plug, and straight up image bodyguard for Lil Meech. He went hard for him, even deflecting all the usual hate folks throw at sons of street legends. But by 2025, that bond blew up. Loud, messy, and very public, like a bad breakup caught on live. It all kicked off when Big Meech finally touched down from prison. That moment should have been legendary. Father home, son already popping from the hit show, and the BMF legacy on the rise again. But instead, Big Meech made a move nobody expected, and it blindsided 50 completely. Big Meech popped out and linked up with Rick Ross, yeah, 50's longtime rival, and threw a flashy welcome home concert. That move, total disrespect in 50's eyes, especially since he's the one who kept the Meech name alive, not just in the culture, but in the pockets, by putting Lil Meech on. To 50, he poured in time, energy, and real money into the whole Flannery family. And now, he felt straight up played. So what did he do? He grabbed the one thing he always uses best, the internet. Because when 50 wants smoke, he brings it digital and dirty. 50 hopped on Instagram and unleashed. No filter, no breaks, shots fired at both Big Meech and Lil Meech. One of the craziest posts? A viral pic of a rat with the caption, "I think I'm Big Meech," flipping Rick Ross's bar into a straight-up diss, basically labeling Big Meech a snitch. Then came the jab, "They called me Big Meek, petty and personal." But 50 wasn't done. When it came to Lil Meech, he cranked the pressure all the way up. claimed dude was wildin' on set, showing up high, acting sloppy, and even had to be shipped off to rehab in the middle of filming. Now that's messy. 50 didn't just talk, he posted receipts. A photo of Lil Meech slumped in a wheelchair with Amy Winehouse's rehab title slapped right over it. The caption, "Damn, this is bad. You believe me now?" Straight clowning him for the world to see. Meech tried to brush it off, told TMZ, "Where I'm from, everybody needs rehab." But 50 wasn't letting up. He reposted the clip and fired back, mocking Meech's whole tough guy image, said something slick like he must not have heard cut, basically dragging him for acting gangsta when the cameras weren't even rolling. All cap, all performance. At that point, Meech felt the fire. Word is, he tried hitting up 50 behind the scenes to cool things down, but it was too late. In the leaked texts, Lil Meech sounded shattered, confused, hurt, and straight blindsided. He messaged 50 like, "I've only ever shown you love. I never switched up. This internet shit got me thrown off. You know me in real life." Trying to hold on to whatever respect was left. To prove he was still riding with 50, Meech even dissed Rick Ross in those same texts, saying something like, "F Ross. But he gave my pop some cash to pay his bills till next season." Desperate move, but 50 wasn't buying it. Instead of keeping it low-key, 50 blasted those texts all over Instagram. Sarcastic caption, the whole nine. Even threw shade at the BMF show, hinting it was getting canceled. Then came the final blow. "I'm done with the Meech business." And just like that, ties cut, publicly. And from that day on, the streets and the industry started giving Lil Meech the side eye. When a legend like 50 Cent, someone known for being cutthroat and real, calls you out as fake and ungrateful publicly, that stain don't wash off. Especially in hip-hop, where loyalty ain't just a code, it's currency. You can beef with folks and bounce back, but turn your back on the man who put you on, that's career suicide. And Lil Meech made it even worse. Instead of playing it smart or laying low, he went full rebel mode. Next thing you know, he's popping out in Miami, posted up with not one, but two of 50's known enemies, Rick Ross and Floyd Mayweather. Back-to-back ops. Then he made it extra loud, posting the photo with a slick caption, "Real power." Everybody caught it. A straight shot at 50's whole power empire. That was war. Meech's team tried to spin the whole thing, saying he was unbothered, locked in on business, doing his own thing without 50. But by then, the damage was done. For a lot of folks, it just confirmed what 50 had been yelling the whole time, that Lil Meech switches sides quick and don't know the meaning of loyalty. So 50 slammed the door, his fans followed. And just like that, Lil Meech, once seen as the golden boy of the BMF legacy, started looking like just another spoiled kid who fumbled the bag. He had the look, the role, the backing, but when it really mattered, he played himself. In this world, Meech want to be accepted by loyalty, respect, and realness. Those ain't optional. And without them, you out. When all you really got is a name?
Hey, this Cadillac might take off on us. It's not pulling into the parking lot. It's stopped right now, but it's registered to Lil Meech. Hey, go ahead and pull into the parking lot.
Lil Meech is a little punk. Airport. Gun in the bag.
Yeah.
I go to private school. It's not mine, it's his gun.
That can vanish quick, especially when you keep fumbling it. Beyond the whole fallout with 50 Cent and the mess with 3 Luck, Lil Meech got a track record full of smaller scandals. Nothing crazy on their own, but together, it's a pattern, and not a good one. Every few months, it's something. Another viral clip, another messy headline, another reason folks whisper he not built for this. And when you're living under a name like Big Meech, that spotlight turns into pressure, heavy pressure. Go back to 2022, Lil Meech got arrested in Miami for grand theft and fraud. And what was it over? A watch, but not just any watch. It was luxury, 6-figure flex level. And he didn't even pay for it. A $250,000 Richard Mille. That's the kind of flex you rent a bodyguard for. But according to reports, Meech walked into a luxury jeweler, dropped off a Rolex as collateral, grabbed the Richard, and dipped. still owed $200K, and then tried to flip it like it was his. Allegedly, he even hit up another store and tried to trade the watch like it was legit. Whole move smelled like a scam. Yeah, the charges got dropped later, but the stain stuck. The headlines didn't say rising actor or BMF prince. They said BMF star caught in watch scam. And just like that, the boss image cracked. He didn't look powerful. He looked like a rookie reaching way too hard for clout. Then there's Lil Meech's personal life. And that didn't help his image either. His thing with R&B singer Summer Walker turned into full-on blog bait. Sure, they had a few cute social media moments, but behind the scenes, straight chaos. Cheating rumors started flying fast. And then came the wildest part of all, the musty moment. Comedian Jess Hilarious went off on air, said Lil Meech smelled funky. She joked that Summer Walker must have had a strong stomach just to deal with him because he was musty. That moment went viral fast. And suddenly, the BMF star wasn't just facing drama, he was fighting BO jokes across the whole internet. That musty joke set the internet off. Memes, TikToks, roast videos, it was everywhere. Now imagine trying to keep that tough guy image, son of a street legend, while folks clowning you for smelling like you skipped deodorant. Meech tried to clap back the only way he knew how, by exposing Jess Hilarious. He posted old DMs of her shooting her shot, basically saying, "You didn't think I stank back then." But at that point, too late. The damage was done. Now sure, these moments might seem like minor celeb drama, stuff any young famous dude might go through. But when you stack it all up, it paints a whole different picture. Lil Meech ain't coming off as some sharp, street-raised star with discipline. He's looking reckless, immature, like a kid trying to ride his daddy's name without ever earning the respect that comes with it. The hip-hop world, especially the OGs and folks who really lived that life, ain't buying what Lil Meech is selling. They see past the Instagram flexes and tough talk. They remember Big Meech built an empire from scratch, took real risks, and paid real prices. When they look at Lil Meech, it's like, this kid ain't cut from that same cloth. And it ain't even about the private school life. Nobody's mad he had it easier than his pops. That's a blessing. The problem, the act. As one fan said straight up, 50 didn't roast him for going to private school. He roasted him for pretending like he didn't. And that right there, that's the issue. It's not the life he lived, it's the cap he's trying to sell. Authenticity. That's the whole code in hip-hop and street life. You can't fake it, and you definitely can't act hard if you ain't ever felt real pressure. When your last name is Meech, the bar's way higher. So if you're out here chasing clout, stuck in headlines, beefing online like it's a game, but never proved you really built for it, people won't salute, they gon' laugh. That's all for now. Drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and let us know in the comments, did Lil Meech lose all his street cred?